Hello and welcome to the Apex Racing TV esports studio and our coverage of round 4 of the Apex Racing League Touring Car Britain 2025. Tonight we head to the fastest circuit in the UK, Thruxton, for another 3 races of action. And after a couple of wins last time out for Yongsoo Moon, he continues to be perhaps the man to beat in the championship, setting the early pace this season. My name is Sam Fitzpatrick. Alongside me is David Sampson. And David, it's been a very good fun. Last time we had a nice dry round at Snetston. We know that there's some changeable conditions, but today should be completely dry and a chance to try this fairly new circuit for the drivers, which a lot of them have never even raced at.
For sure. Yeah, I think my first time was Pesicle Stars, and that's my only time, but it is a challenging track. I'm excited to see the racing. I've never seen TCRs go around here. It's been really good races. Like you say, we had our first clear, dry race last round. I haven't seen the weather conditions for now, if it's foggy or what, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it together. We've got a lot of drivers, and yeah, the racing's been excellent. I think it's been my favourite series today.
Yeah, it has been a lot of fun so far, this championship. Well, let's have a look at what happened last time out at Snetston. Like we said before, it was a far cry from the wet conditions that we had a few weeks ago at Brands Hatch. And it was a very nice start for Yongsoo Moon in this one, and managing to take quite a comfortable race one win.
Yeah, such a challenging race. You could never tell, because this is what, a pack of 4-5 drivers who just cannot tell who's going to have the day.
Yeah, it was so competitive. Unfortunately, we had Stephen Hurd have an issue in that one. He was leading in the Pro-Am category, but unfortunately that collision ruled him out, and Moon taking his 4th win of the season. Is in the championship leader, by the way, because he had such a bad round back at Brands Hatch, but with the 2 drop scores, in a way he sort of is championship leader. Harris very nearly took the lead from Moon at the start of race 2, but he ended up actually losing out to Bonacorsi again.
Yeah, well remembered, yeah, Moon struggled in the wet, or Brands, or both, because he was so far back, I assume both. I really did enjoy this. We saw this kind of move twice, the switch back on 2 cars in front of you. It didn't compute in my head. We saw this a few times.
It was a very good battle between Finkbeiner and Fowler for the amateur race lead. It was the Englishman who managed to win out on the race 2 battle on that occasion. And then we had this last gasp move, and it was only on the replay that Harris actually merges through.
Wow.
Goodness me. It was negative netcode almost, and that's what that's what kept them in a straight line. And then of course it was a reverse grid pole for Tom Mayle, but unfortunately once again he didn't take use of it because he had another bad start.
Yeah, I'm racking my brains. Moon taught me how to pronounce his name, but being the idiot I am, I have forgotten. So if he wants to phonetically type it out in chat one more time. No. But it's just fair. It's not the easiest name for us to grab.
There was him going straight on. Yumi had very good pace. He was sort of 4th or 5th fastest throughout the evening, but was starting a little bit further up in the race 3 grid, and he won race 3. So that was his first race win of the season.
Yeah, he said he's really getting into this car class. Like we've interviewed him and spoke to him a few times, and yeah, he's really taken to this car. I think he's enjoying learning the graft, and yeah, the results are really starting to show.
Yeah, really, really positive stuff from him. Well, let's have a look then at the standings going into this round of the season, and it is Damien Harris. Like I said, at the top. Harris hasn't won a race, 9 races so far this season, but I think out of the 9, I think he's finished 2nd place in 5 of them. He's also finished 2nd place overall at each meeting so far. So he hasn't won anything. Moon has won 4 races, but like we said before, he had a really bad Brands Hatch round.
Yeah, that pack of 4 or 5 drivers in each race, we keep seeing he doesn't make any mistakes. He's not overly choosing all the aggressive battles. He hasn't got caught up in any of the dramas, and that's how you win a championship.
In the Pro-Am standings at the moment, Franek Sikorsky is now the championship leader. He's overtaken Shurkov, who was very strong last time out in terms of qualifying. He's been very good in qualifying.
And he was an AM not that long ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he started off as an AM, did Sikorsky. Harhov in 3rd place. Then it's Hurd, who would have scored a lot of points back at Snetston. May have well been championship leader, but unfortunately got wiped out in race 1. That affected him badly for race 2 and race 3. And Taran Schiebel running out the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, that championship's not over. Yeah, there's a good lead, but you can score a lot as a Pro-Am if you can beat a couple of pros.
And in the amateurs, it's Russ Fowler who was leading the way. He had a really good battle with Lucas Finkbeiner. They were really the class of the field. Last time out, it will take some effort from Malcolm Backmeyer, Spillane and Co to bridge that gap with the pair of them already having a bit of a margin. And in the teams, it's Mag Performance leading the way, but not a long way ahead of Smiller Esports. Germany, Wizards still in there, and Northamptonshire Racing looking very strong last time out with Sikorsky getting a runners-up spot and a couple of other podiums as well, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, Mag have looked very strong. That's going to be a tough championship as well, but yeah, Mag have definitely got the momentum.
Let's have a look at the calendar then. And unfortunately, we do actually need to change this at some point, but Croft is not going to be round 6 of the season. It's not coming to...
This is a few times iRacing has given us a schedule with a track on it and the track not materialised. This is not the first time.
Well, to be fair, we're just taking this from the btcc thing.
No,
So-
but they did mention... Oh, yeah, true. They didn't put it on a schedule. I'm thinking
But
of...
they did say that they were going to add it imminently.
What was the one on PESC GB? They promised it on the schedule and then they never delivered it.
That was Croft.
Oh, okay, yeah, it was
But
Croft. Yeah.
I think that was just PEC GB being hopeful.
Oh.
a bit like us. They're like, if it's there, we'll use it.
Gotcha.
It was not there though. That was a few months ago. So one day we'll have Croft. But
So round 6, we're just taking in
I think
Discord
we're taking
bidding.
Spa.
Oh,
But
yeah,
a few of the drivers are like, nah. So we'll see. But it's Spa. Come on, everyone likes Spa.
Everyone likes Spa.
We can have a look at the format as well. It's the same as what it always is. Today we have got a slightly bigger reverse. I believe it's 10 cars. I will have to check that in a little bit. But yeah, I think it's 10 cars for this round of the championship. So obviously we know who's going to be on reverse good pole. It's going to be Tom Mayle because he's always on reverse good pole. And he'll be down to 10th place by the end of lap 1 because he can't start the car. So
has been a has been a thing, yes, unfortunately.
it's happened 2 of the 3 rounds so far this season, the exact same story. So let's see if he can do it this time. Let's have a look at the weather as well. It's just going to be dry today. A little bit warmer as well. We do copy the real life date, so it is in June at the moment. But just partly cloudy, so nice and sunny for the drivers.
It's quite a strong wind. 1 to 2.
1 to 2.
Imagine if it picks up to 2.
I mean, imagine if it goes from south to north. I mean, the drivers are just going to be...
all over the track.
Yeah, going to know what to do. And let's have a look at the track guide as well for this Thruxton circuit, because a lot of our viewers probably don't know how it goes.
So I raced here recently, but I did, admittedly, when Jamie was asking, have to look it up. I just threw up a hot lap on YouTube just to see. Yeah, it's a tough old track. It's definitely going to be challenging, especially for the drivers who had to learn it on the day.
I don't want to boast, but I've won money at this circuit.
You've
So I
won
don't think
money?
You can say that, or our producer, James
Well,
Luke, can say that.
technically, if I sold a watch, I could make... Because this compoundedly went towards the championship, that gave me an asset that has value, and the asset value could be sold, yeah?
I'll give you that.
Thank
yeah,
you.
So basically, what we're saying is Jamie Fluke is a bit of a loser. It's the only person in this building right now who hasn't won money. I raced in PEC GB, and this was one of my better rounds. I managed to finish 4th in race 1 and 3rd in race 2, or the other way around. Lots of chaos.
Yeah, there's just lots of committed corners. Obviously, I'm not sure how the flow will be in TCR, but from my memory, you need full commitment. So a couple of these are such high speed. You've got
They're
to get
weird
your lines
corners
right.
as well. This one in particular, 5 into 6.
Yeah.
You don't actually use the track.
Correct, and in 6 you don't open up the corner. It's you hug the apex all the way around, and then I forget how many corners there are. Obviously, when we get to the only real corner that matters on this track is how committed are you for the last chicane.
Yes, and
It's a strange old line you take as well to enter.
It's so dumb from iRacing. Like, you absolutely clamber over the curb, and
Yes.
it's all about, are you keeping your wheel on the curb? And if you do that, turn 8 is a very fun corner. You can run it a bit wide as well. I expect a lot of drivers to pick up 1Xs there.
Oh, of course, Mark in chat's mentioning the 4 hours here last weekend. He said it's 3 wide everywhere. I did tune in a couple of times to the race. But yeah, here we go. This is the corner. So 10, you don't open up again. Well, you just sort of open up, but you don't use it. You straight line 10, 11, 12, and just, you know your curb lines, or you don't know your curb lines, and that's it. And then you pray you land before the exit of 12 and you're not on the grass.
Yeah. I think overtaking will be tricky around this one. I might be wrong, but with so many corners where you don't open up the corner, Like you stay so far to the inside that it's impossible. You're naturally on the defensive line, that it will be very, very tricky to.
Yeah, the sweeper in 8 where we said you don't open up. It's because you can, but you never get the apex back. It's too far. Yeah. There's not enough. Well, this is in GT3 and peak up, but I'm assuming the principle's going to stand.
Yeah, certainly in real life it's the same. So yeah, I think in the sim it will be the same. Let's look at our picks, which we actually picked
a week ago.
Last week.
Yeah.
But I went for Young-Soo Moon, you got to. Stephen Hurd, of course, I think is in great form. He really would have, I think, won last time out in the Pro-Ams if it weren't for that very unlucky incident in race 1. And Russ Fowler, again, just too good at the moment. We had a chat with him last time out, and he's really pleased how quick he is in these cars. And
I don't remember what my picks are. I do not remember what my picks are. Oh, we went for the same pros and the same AMs.
Well, again, they're too good, aren't they?
Yeah, I went for a Shirkov in Pro-Am. Really tough, tight competition, but he has shown, he's the guy who's been, I think, very strong. It's just tough, really tough in Pro-Am. And yeah, I went for the Pro and the Am for the same reasons you did. I think Russ is, hell of a driver in Am. He's had some really entertaining races. And Young-Soo Moon, when he's on it, he can't be beaten. And when it rains and brands, anyone can beat him.
Yeah, that's his kryptonite.
Yeah, so far.
Besides that, he has been unflappable. So we will see what is going on. We'll go to an advert now, but when we are back, we'll be at Thruxton and watching the qualifying action.
Are you struggling for consistency in your sim racing? Does your iRating look like a roller coaster? If so, we have good news for you. The way to get more consistent is to first understand what you're doing differently than the professionals. And VRS is the answer. With our competitive subscription, you will have the telemetry, setups, tutorials, and everything else you need to fully analyze your driving. Our data packs and the ability to compare your driving with the best in the world will show you exactly where to adjust your inputs, change your driving line, and shave seconds off of your lap times. And our powerful and precise Direct Force Pro wheelbase and precision pedals are being used by some of the world's best drivers. All these champions agree that VRS hardware is not just the best on the market, it's also priced well below the competition. So if you're looking to upgrade to direct drive and the best pedals in sim racing, VRS is your answer. If you want to get better, get faster, and make it happen sooner rather than later, you owe it to yourself to find out why so many people are switching to VRS. You'll be so glad that you did. Visit www.virtualracingschool.com and learn why the best use VRS.
Welcome to Thruxton. We're just at the tail end of the amateur qualifying at the moment, and the drivers trying to put in the best time they possibly can. I'm just reading a couple of the messages in Discord, and Damien Harris talking about how he was mentioning over on how his VR might suddenly break at some point today. I think that may have cost him in race 3 actually last time out as well. He was randomly pulled to the side of the circuit and got back going. But also Young-Soo Moon as well, saying that Thruxton is so much a tricky track, I think.
Yeah.
So he really struggled on that one. So
it is. Like learning this track was a full day for me. Some of the lines aren't intuitive, and some of the curb strikes likewise.
Yeah, I mean, how much curb do you take through here?
Yeah, and how much pace to sacrifice to have the pace in the right hand, although the TCR does look a little easier. Porsche Cup, all that suspension roll through there, you've got to be so careful.
What line are they taking through here? Are they staying super tight to the inside and the left? Yeah, all the way on that. And then you'll see they don't open up the corner here.
No, yeah, it's just hug, and now just let the car track out. And then I love this corner. Is it this corner? Yeah. Me and Jamie were talking about this. Is such a good corner. Well, unless you get it wrong.
Yeah, you need a lot of curve.
You need a lot of curve and all the... Wait, is that flat in TCR? Oh, no, it obviously not. But in a Porsche Cup, if you get that right, it is an amazing feeling.
And then this one is the one where you take all the curve in the world.
Yeah, so they shouldn't...
Fowler actually opens up a bit more than I thought.
Yeah, you shouldn't really open it up like that. That's it. You want a shallow line.
You can take more curve than that, though.
Yeah, you can put your lefts on the... Let's see. Yeah, that was nice, and that was pretty good as well. Look at that. although not happy. Yeah, it looks like a slowdown. So look, you want to, no, see, again, gone very wide, which means you have to come back yourself all the way over the curves. And like I said, it's not the drivers, it's really unintuitive.
Yeah, I did like an hour and a half of driving, I think, around this place, just on the wrong line. And then I got into the practice session for PEC GB, and I was like, oh, that's how you do it. I immediately gained half a second.
I'm not going to lie, like I pretend I worked it out. There was 2 corners here where, yeah, when I watched the hot lap, actually, I think you had shared it. You had shared a Luke McEwen, because obviously Pesk was here.
Yeah.
So I just threw up the Instagram and was like, yeah, of
like,
course.
Oh, you can cut that corner. Yeah. It was the third part. I was taking the third part of the chicane. It's like, no.
For me,
just straight line it.
The right-hander that you completely hug, I was opening up a little bit. And there, where you're seeing drivers open up the last chicane, Luke just gets out a little bit to the left and bam, straight line through all 3, not just the 2.
So Lucas Finkbeiner on amateur pole ahead of Fowler. Chenna with a good qualifying. Kuhn with a pretty good qualifying as well, actually. Scott Malcolm struggling quite a bit. 3rd place in the championship, but 1.5 seconds off the pace. It did look like he was struggling through that final chicane. Wasn't comfortable with the line. Now these pro-ams on their first flying laps. It's not a long track, much shorter than what we had at Snetterton last time out.
Yes, indeed. I'm looking forward to seeing the race. So talking of Tom Mao earlier, I spoke to him a few hours ago. He's now doing the... this series is inspiring a lot of action. Yep. He's now doing the Nord 24 in TCR.
Okay, cool. So you're saying half the top split is just going to be drivers from the series?
Yeah. Mark's been watching. I said enjoying the racing. Mark said he's been watching and really enjoying the racing. And yeah, then when we started discussing car, TCR's got raised. And I think if I hadn't have been watching this, I would have just dismissed it completely. Thought I'd do a couple of laps, fell in love. And here we are, Saturday.
So of course he's got the line to do that. And there was some very good lines on that lap. And despite that big slide, he's only half a tenth away from pole position.
Could have definitely put that together.
For some reason, I always picture Thruxton as being sunny. I'm sure a lot of people will say, oh, well, remember that very wet race in 2002. But yeah, Hampshire's a very nice part of the country. And yeah, this, I think, is the best conditions for this track. Absolutely push these TCR cars to their limit. Because if we went to Thruxton GP, I think that would rival the average speeds, but we're only going to Thruxton National later on in the year.
Gotcha, yeah.
So,
Taryn in chat saying, hey guys, not racing today, unfortunately. I hurt my wrist. I wish my team, Smela Esports, all the best results.
Yeah, Taryn's one of the front runners in the amateurs. 5th in points in the amateurs, so it's a shame to see him out there.
Yeah, hope
or
your wrist gets better soon.
To the top.
I thought my force feedback was broken when I started driving this car. Because obviously it's very unintuitive when it induces under throttle. Sure. I find it really strange, but I'm used to it now.
Oh, Sikorsky 9 thousandths faster.
Yeah, I think he can definitely do it.
Yeah, I can see Stephen Hurd back up there. Of course, with the 2 drop scores, this is a 10-round season. We end the season in October, crazily. Unfortunately, entries are currently closed, but we will reopen them before the end of the season, so keep an eye on the ARL Discord and the Apex Racing League website. Of course, you can sign up for the Apex Racing League Endurance 2025 in either the GTP, LMP2 or GTD categories. Check out apexracingleague.com for more details, and that's 6 rounds. And
on Friday evenings?
Yeah, in the middle of July on Friday evenings. So already had quite a few sign-ups, so make sure to join the grid. Again, very nice line here from Halo.
Because it's Friday evenings, me and Sam obviously negotiating a lot more pay, so we're going to be here late Fridays.
Yeah. Don't do it for free.
I've got $1 million, maybe.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, within a million. But,
per race, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm looking forward to that. Schedule looks good. 6 3-hour races. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of my favourite series. I was speaking to Paul Busby. He's looking forward to coming back and defending his title.
Yeah, I think Effective got 3 teams.
No Dawson. There is no Dawson this season.
Wow. Well, I think the other teams will be pleased about that.
So no carrying Paul. Paul has to carry himself now.
You're being harsh to Paul.
No, me. You were brutal to him.
I wasn't being
I'm
brutal.
surprised he came back.
I think I was very generous. I think it was interesting, though, how I think it was very clear their tactics last season, which was how little time can we have Paul in the car. And I'm not saying that was a good tactic. I think Paul can hold his own, but Paul probably drove less than any other driver for that season.
I mean,
it was 45 minutes in every
that
race.
season for Dawson was something else, though. He couldn't be touched, especially in qualifying. Alan Luth in chat. These bumper cars are good for racing, and I mean, I've been saying it all along. I go on about TCRs, have done for 6 years, right? Not just a recent thing for me.
Yeah. Absolutely massive fan. He's always been itching me, saying, "Oh, one day I really want to take part in North 24."
Yeah.
In the Audi TCR, that was my ultimate race.
Correct.
Why he hasn't done it before, I don't know, but he's been the bullet. So Sikorsky's still holding on, just coming out of the pits very slowly. We were just laying past a few drivers.
Harhoff a little further back than we've seen him, P6 at the moment. Who's out there struggling? Mark Hutchinson, 14. Behind, quite a few AMs. But we're going to see this at these fringer tracks where people with limited drive time for the event just don't have the experience.
Also very surprising to see Walker down there in 20th. He was one of the front-running Pro-Ams last time out. Got a couple of top 10s. And he's nowhere in terms of pace right now. I'm really curious to see where Damien Harris is going to be. I mean, Harris is really talking down his pace. Only bought the circuit a couple of days ago. But often these top guys say that and then they rock up and put it on the front 2 rows.
Shirokov got a headband up. I should do that.
Do you sweat during or much from the head? Obviously,
it's
you
only
sweat other places.
It's performance sweat, obviously.
Sure.
Because I'm an athlete.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's a different type of sweat.
Yeah, when people mention your name, they're like, "Oh yeah, David Sampson, that athlete." Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a sim athlete. I simulate being an athlete.
Oh yeah.
So
how do you feel about esports professionals being called athletes?
Well, there are lots of athletic sports where athleticism isn't the primary thing. So I suppose if we're talking about the thousands of hours of practice, preparation, mindset and all that, and so then, yeah, I get the term. But yeah, sure, it used to mean something different.
Yeah. Jorge Gonzaga right on the fringes of the circuit there. I think he kept it on. This isn't a good lap, though, for him. No personal best sectors. For some reason, there's 4 sectors on this circuit, which is very annoying. But none of the first 3 sectors are personal best. They're in the ballpark.
Really got to be committed to that last chicane. There was a lot of hesitation there. Last-minute adjustments to the line. You know when you've done it right when you're just holding onto your seat.
Jonathan Walker improves to 17. That's still much lower down than what he would like, but...
Yeah, I've never coached him 5-6 times.
You never coached him at this track?
No, I never coached him at this track in this car.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, when he wins, I'll mention it. I'm saving it till then. Yeah. When he wins, I'll be like, I coached him like 5 times. Yeah. But now, no. I don't know him.
Cam Beeman with a great livery. And I think we've really appreciated that so far this season. I think he's having a better time of it at the moment, is Beeman. A bit further up the order.
Yep.
Big fan of that. Midlands Sim Racing. Not the F1 team. From 2005. Jamie can correct me on that. 2006 apparently, my bad. Turned into Spiker, I think, for 07. And then Force India for 08.
So that team that everyone says how many years it's been going, la la la, it technically between the Force India and the
Racing Point.
Yeah, it ended only for a short period. There was some dispute over the
Oh,
line.
yeah, because their points were reset.
Correct.
In
So
the
they
19 season,
aren't technically anymore the same team,
They are a different team,
unfortunately. Yeah.
But
It
yeah,
was-
they are basically the same team as the Jordan team established in 1991, I believe.
Yeah.
It might be a year out. No, apparently I am correct.
Love that team.
Jamie Fleet can't win any money here at this circuit, but he can tell us a lot about F1 trivia.
Mark Carver in chat. Esport athletes is good for diversity and equality. Can come in all shapes and sizes, and power to weight doesn't matter either. Yes.
Very much in the darts sort of periphery when it comes to that stuff. I mean, I'm absolutely down for calling Phil Taylor a athlete, and one of the all-time great athletes as well, to be fair.
Sure.
16-time world champion.
Exactly. That's appreciating the thousands of hours of grind, graft. You know, this. Yeah, exactly. Whereas me, I just have a bacon sarnie and go sit in a chair. I had a bacon sarnie this morning, actually. It was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Although we had some cheese left over from a previous meal, did not appreciate it on my sandwich. It was really wrong. It had the like sweet chilies in, which I love, but on a bacon sarnie in the morning is just unholy. Right, as we run on board with Korshevin, very fast driver. I'm gonna go cut him last. So, yeah, exactly, Mark. Actually, Mark, I was talking to Nate earlier. Kudos to him joining Mag. Korshevin with a very nice line. That's what we've been talking about. The shallow line, full commitment. Yeah, this guy's going to cook.
So this is going to be his first. We haven't actually got many pros out here tonight, so you don't expect that timing board necessarily to change that much. Sikorsky could well end up on the front 3 rows. Korshevin just winding that car up at the moment. Wasn't fantastic last time out. Did just about get himself into the reverse grid as Moon goes to the top. So he was talking down his pace earlier on, but he's 4 tenths clear of the rest already.
Yeah, let's see what the other pros can manage. But yeah, that's a big margin to the Pro-Ams. But it's to be expected. Rare track, not much track time. People, like in general, the skill level exacerbates itself a bit. Exaggerate? Exacerbate? I can't think. That sounds okay. Bonakorski in at 2 tenths off.
I was just looking at more athletes.
Yeah, okay.
No, it was really confusing to me. I was thinking another athlete, another all-time great athlete. I was thinking Joe Chestnut. I couldn't remember his name. Do you know Joe Chestnut?
Yeah, I've seen him on the in America where I live there, the hot dog competitions.
Yeah, probably one of the all-time great sports people.
I wish I'd known that had been a thing when I was a kid, because I always had a knack for eating.
Yeah,
Like-
you could have pursued it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's so much technique. Like, people talk about biology, but a lot of it is technique, and Joe Chestnut's got
Yeah, I think I had it,
down.
you know?
Yeah. James Bumy do that. Oh, I mean, again, fantastic line. We're really seeing these lines being perfected by these pros, and I think Bumy's going to go near the top with this time. It's good enough for the second row of the grid. He's behind Bonacorsi, but Moon's time looks really strong right now. Mergier improves up to P6.
Yeah, looking really strong.
And Damien Harris, who was not confident at all, currently P11, 7 tenths off pace.
Tom Mao down in 13th. They've got plenty of time. Look at the line differences there, the complete understanding, and then more what the intuitive line looks like.
Yes, Chosen net ahead of Moon right now. Not that much curb, actually, for Moon. Do that.
Yeah, I suppose it depends on the setup, how loose the rear is. Oh no, he's lifting on the straight, he's setting this up. Electric Camera Analytics, let's go Fowler. Yep. Shallow lines. This is a valid lap, and the guy in front.
Yeah, Chosen has not done a whole lot of copying lines. I'm sure he's done practice, but he just hasn't got the lines down.
On board with Buemi. Let's see how you can get on.
really cool to see these new circuits. The cars just look so good.
Sure.
On a bright summer's day on a newly scanned
Yeah,
track.
this is what we need for Interlagos. I mean, we mention this every week,
Yeah.
and we hope iRacing's listening again, but it's so dreary.
Yeah, it's so bad. Of course, Sonoma coming in a couple of days. That'll be a fantastic addition. Really looking forward to going to that circuit more often.
Yep.
Alright, up to P6. I think he'd take that. If you told him that before this session started, I think he would take it. Tom Mayle, of course, will be on reverse grid pole. And the reverse grid size for today is 10 places. So he only needs to drop 1 place. So he's in the ballpark.
Thomas saying, I wish they could make the crowd sit down. Yeah, I mean, I don't want them to touch anything that isn't anything to do with the racing at the moment, because we've barely got an FFPS to do racing. Because, like, looking at the F1 games, they've got, like, dynamic crowd now, depending on if it's, like, Thursday test, Friday, qualifying picks up, and then the race. Like, the atmosphere's been captured a little bit. But please don't add that in iRacing. Oh. There's a...
He's back.
There's a prime example.
Yeah, so he's just going back to the pits. It's a very awkward pit entry here, but...
I've never pitted here, actually.
Needs to do it.
Granted.
Yeah, they could make it a lot easier by peeling off to the right before the chicane, but it is a very short pit lane as well. I think it's only 12 pit stalls.
Seeing the car come through that corner, where I give iRacing a shout over every sim without a shadow of a doubt, is the suspension modelling when you're out of the car watching. Like, there is nothing... AC Evo seems to have done a good job, but it's too early to say, but it's just brilliant. You watch any other sims and they sort of... Yeah, you feel it in cockpit, but visually you do not see it from far chase.
One, of course, the up into second place, going within a tenth and a half of Moon, but South Korean is looking on course for a second consecutive pole position here. Taking the absolute shortest line possible. Let's see if he takes any more curve this time. Okay, no, this time he doesn't take all of it, but he takes a lot more than what was earlier on.
Yeah, well, we can risk it for a biscuit now. If we stay on board, we'll get to see the shallow line me and Sam keep badgering on about. So here, rather than open it up, that you go shallow, shallow, get the car nice and straight, yeet one. He's already gone in. That's the problem with the Verstappens. They can really kick you left and right. Do we still call them that?
I never did.
When they were
What
added.
do you mean Verstappens? Like,
Well, one of the tracks for the following year put in big yellow sausages.
Was that when he cut Kota?
I think so, yeah.
And got a 5-second pace
and I think
race.
the name Verstappen got tagged.
Sure.
So now then when iRacing added 3D curbs, for me it's stuck.
Electric Camel Analytics saying, let's go Fowler. Great to see everyone watching along. Hopefully,
Yeah, there's usually a lot of Fowler fans.
Hmm. Net, we saw him earlier on. Not quite nailing the lines. He's currently 22nd place. I'm sure the drivers by the end of this meeting will learn a lot about this Thruxton circuit. Frankly, anyone who's watched BTCC is at an advantage for this round. Seeing that this is a BTCC inspired series, that is what they deserve, I guess. 22nd place, he remained Net, but he's still got time for a couple more laps. Let's see what Korshavan can do. He's got a lot more pace than that, 1.6 seconds off the pace. As it stands, this will be an improvement for him, and he moves up to 13th place. He's about halves the deficit. And he's still got 2 more laps to go as well.
Dazzle Snipes in chat. When will iRacing introduce the other 3-4 cars that are missing from the TCR series? They announced the official partnership in Feb 24, and 16 months later, still no new cars. I mean, 16 months turnaround time for iRacing would be short.
Sure. Yeah.
So, no, I think, yeah, I'm not sure, because of when they announced it, I remember they sort of aligned officially with TCRs, with the branding and the series. But no idea.
Katie asking in chat where they could find the link for the race photos. I'm not sure if the previous race photos have been done yet, so just occasionally check on the Apex Racing League website in the news section. And yeah, if they're not there, then they haven't been done. But I'm sure Lewis will get around to doing it once he's back from the having a very nice holiday in the Canary Islands.
Yep, Greg Hubler in chat. I think I'm obligated to cheer for all the Hyundais. He is infamously, well, visited my house recently. That's what he's more known for. But Swelio's, I want to get the right term. Race manager? I think that's the word.
Okay, sure.
I hope I've done it justice. Yeah, very nice guy.
I think of Greg is in being in a BMW, I think. He's racing
Correct.
Of our
yeah,
previous series.
90% of all mine and Greg's arguments are I explain to him how dumb he is for picking a BMW, and he explains how it's stupid I look in a Porsche.
Sure.
That's 90% of our interactions.
Well, it's now a Hyundai 1-2 because James Bumi's moved onto the front row of the grid. Moon's early pace was very, very strong, and no one's quite been able to beat it. We're not sure if anyone can actually finish these. That's Mergia is halfway round, but he's only got 30 seconds, so he will not make it. Moon is behind him, Mail is behind him, so I think that's going to be it, unless Mergia finds a shortcut.
Motorsport manager. Damn it, I said race manager.
Oh, yeah.
And BMW for life.
How good is this lap for Mergia? It's not actually that good. Wouldn't have been an improvement. Oh, I mean, to be fair, actually, it is a pretty good lap, but he's like half a tenth off in each of the sectors. So I don't think it would have been an improvement. He will not get to the line in time. It was a few seconds short.
I hate being pulled out the car by iRacing. Because if your wheel's loaded up, it just goes off.
Yeah. So that is qualifying complete, and so we move on to the grid, and it's the second consecutive pole position for Young-Soo Moon. Beside him is James Bumi, who of course managed to get the race 3 win last time out at Snetston. Then spotted Corsi, Mergia. Sikorsky lines up on the front of the Pro-Am grid, of course championship leader. Stephen Hurd alongside him. Then it's Damien Harris with his weakest qualifying of the season. And it's Mihailov Mail. Finkbeiner, top of the AMs. Amazing job from him to be in the top 10. Bayment Harhoff in P12. He'll be happy with that. Koroshavin, Fowler will be pleased with that. Chenna, Shirikov, Koom, Basilchuk, Kalaudis, Backmeyer, Hutchinson, Neg, Chozene, Gonzaga in 24th. Then it's Walker, who's much further down the order than we'd expect. Zuko, Morrison, Hilton, Nuzini, Kindness, Marshalsea, Venturini, Walsh, Denisenko, Malcolm further down the order than we expect. Hedgecock in 36th. It's Toth. And Bassigio had a qualifying ban. So it starts in 38th.
Yeah, what happened to Denisenko?
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, he really underperformed.
Because, very good driver down 34th out of 38. I'm just scanning down anyone out of position. I
mean, his teammate Koroshavin also struggled a little bit as well, being in 13th for Pro.
Now, I mean, Koroshavin just likes to overtake.
Sure, yeah.
So I think he underbakes Q, because he's really good at overtaking.
So here we go then. We haven't seen too many race starts here at Thruxton. Let's see what is in store. Away we launch. It's a good start for the man from P2, James Bumi. He will put some pressure on Moon, I'm sure. He's going to have to take a tighter line.
Sikorsky's away slow.
Poor start for Sikorsky's down 2 places. In that bright green car.
Any positions going to be swapped around?
Moon just moving into the middle of the circuit.
Damien Harris making a move.
Yeah, good start for Harris. He's up 2. He's just got past Hurd, but he's going to have to hold on to it here. Big
cut there. You need to be careful of the... there is a slowdown there, but I don't think that was it.
Hurd will have the inside for this next corner, which is a big advantage, but it turns into the outside for the next one, and Harris moves
well
ahead.
Committed.
Now all got to try to cover off the inside line, but he did not there, did Sikorsky, and he was also, he won't make that mistake again, because that is one of the main overtaking spots on this circuit, and he left himself vulnerable. Yeah,
I mean, this is the problem. If you've only lapped here, and now this is your first race experience, I mean, I know I joke and say I never use AI, but for here, after that day of prep I did, I must have done 40 AI races just to feel out where the defending and overtaking lines are.
Bumi needs to defend this one as well. It's another very tight entry, and Bumi sends it in deep, but he's
compromises the line. Oh, we've got 2 wide. Will he get it in? The problem is if you get offline, you want... Oh! Now that's a slowdown as well for the red car.
But everyone else is so checked up, you might actually be all right. So Charles falling back, but it might be Kalaudis who had a bit of a knock through that. behind Kindness.
So the movers and shakers at the front, Damien Harris up 2, Lucas Finkbender up 3, Sikorsky down 3.
A lot of movement around this part of the circuit, and it's that Kindness almost spinning round. Oh, he's off the circuit now.
Careful.
And it's Gonzaga who's also off the track, and it's a bad rejoin from Gonzaga.
Yeah, quite.
Unfortunately, it only negatively affected him. Korshevin is out.
Oh, no.
They're not even sure if he took the start. Neg with a great start, up 6 places, you can see there on the timing tower. And Finkbeiner up 3, the amateur, running in P7 overall. We'll see if we can get a replay of what happened to Korshevin.
Judging by his pit stop time, he lasted about 12 seconds. So I'm assuming something in T2.
I don't think he started.
Oh, didn't take to the grid. Strange.
Yep, there he was. Maybe we'll see him in race 2 and race 3.
Told you he likes overtaking. He's just going to come out of pits and send it.
Julian Backmeyer having a very good time of it, up 3 places on the front running amateurs.
Moon holding a nice lead by me holding on, but half a second back.
A bit of a long side here. Again, here's the bit of a check-up, and again, you've got to stay so tight to the inside to cover off any attempts of moves, and that's what they will do.
When we're doing the interviews, we've got to ask them, did they do the 4 hours of Thruxton? Because it would have been tempting, right, with this racing coming up. Look at this move.
Nice move from Basilchuk. This is him actually gaining back a position here. That's where he started. Behind them, Thomas Coombe also having a good run of speed in the pink and black car.
Yeah, he's going to have to hook it up here. Hook up the exit. Oi, oi. Is it going to be a slowdown?
It feels like they both got a slowdown.
Bonk. Maybe a slowdown. Not sure. I don't think it was enough.
Well, who is that? Is that... that's Hutchinson, sorry. He's trying to take advantage of this, and then coming up behind as well. Chozanet trying to take advantage. He might get one back. Myers just falling down the order at the moment, but he's going to try to come back again at Hutchinson. And he's just a little bit offline, and here comes Chozanet, who's learning the lines of this circuit every single lap, I'm sure, and will just be getting quicker and quicker as the evening goes on. And even though he's on the outside here, he'll have the position.
Yeah, it's looking feisty, that group, though. Azar's got someone up on his inside.
Here comes Neg.
And Neg should be able to complete this with the right-hander coming up. Oh! Okay, well... yeah, I'm not really sure. Interesting to see if that's a slowdown, though.
So Coombe also gets past him. We also had a change of position with... oh, well, Finkbeiner's up to 5th. So Finkbeiner's just got past Harris and Hurd.
Julian Backmeyer's had an off. Dropped a couple of positions just then. Yeah, I'm not sure how Lucas is up 5. Yeah, Backmeyer's still falling. Almost like he, had an off and then served to slow down. And Adam Morrison is out. Right, let's have a see what happened to Backmeyer. Oh, it's going to be 3 wide on close, yeah. It's going to be...
That North Sim racing car might be in trouble.
And then slow down. This is the ARL's right. This is where he got to slow down.
Yeah, don't try to hit those BMW things. They're not cushions. You will just stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, could we get a replay of what happened to Finkbeiner and Harris? I don't know if Finkbeiner's... I think Finkbeiner literally got past Hurd and Harris like separately. I think he got past them both in 2 separate moves on the same lap. According to Via Calva, Moon and Mergia did the special events, along with Bumi as well.
Understood.
And they are 1, 2, and 4.
Is this Finkbeiner on Hurd? Remember, Finkbeiner 2.1k. These people he's battling, 7k.
And so there goes one.
There's cleared one. And now he's on a 7.6k dude. And is he just gonna lob it? There you go. That's commitment.
Yeah, again, Harris for race 2, I'm sure will just hug that right side of the circuit all the way, just to prevent that move from happening again. But they're all learning the racecraft down here.
Flashy, 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 flashy. Bonakorski not happy with Bomi for something?
Yeah, they're keeping up with Moon, however. I mean, this is yeah, I mean, I guess this is a mugging circuit, right? Like, it's a case of the driver ahead just leaving a car's width on one of these corners, and you got to go for it, but...
So obviously we spoke to James Bomi last week, and obviously I've raced with him a load. He does a lot of GT3 and stuff, and I asked him about these cars and what's the racing been like, and he affirmed what we've been thinking. He said it's absolutely fantastic.
So of course he's cut the circuit.
Ooh. He said some of the best racing he's had. Yeah, Sikorsky's serving a big one here, and he could find himself in trouble here if he doesn't have the exit speed, which he doesn't. I don't know.
Oh, look at the run from Mayo. Couldn't do anything with that.
No, and Mal found himself down in 12th, down 3 positions.
But remember, he doesn't want to get too far away from the reverse grid.
True.
Like, we know he will be 10th come the end of race 2.
11th on the last lap, let's not forget, with the big send on the last lap.
Yeah, that's his standard thing.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's Kalaldis off the track.
Just saw it on the telemetry.
Finds a gap to rejoin. Now 9 places now is Costas.
Yeah, this is what happened to...
Ooh.
Is this Kalaldis?
Alternative racing lines. Is he going to get hit? Yep.
Yeah, he was serving a slowdown there.
It wasn't Gonzaga, was it?
Don't know, but he was braking on a straight.
It was not. Gonzaga was behind him still.
I'm not sure.
Could have been Marshall C. Just lost a pace to Nuzini, amongst others.
Scott Malcolm
up
having fun? Well, unless you ask him, then he'll tell you he's not.
Yeah, interviews with Scott are really good. I did like when I asked him after the first round, saying, you know, you've got always, we might see a move. Finkbeiner's dropping it back down the order a bit here.
I mean, Damien Harris is an animal, so yeah, it was...
Well, Harris has already got past, and yeah, now Hurd might do.
Yeah, I think Hurd will... That's close. Hurd might be a bit exposed here to Simone. Let's see. I love how they pack up in this TCR racing. Such a breath of fresh air after, you know, a lot of GT3 racing, you know, watching and broadcasting. How close they all follow. If you're the kind of guy who mirror watches, this probably isn't the class for you.
So this is where Harris got past Finkbeiner a couple of laps ago.
We lost Kevin Marshall, let's say.
Oh dear. He was doing all right, was Marshall C.
Yeah.
It's quite a queue right now, going back to Russ Fowler, who's doing well. Stefano Chenna as well is having a very good race. He's up in 14th place. You can see Stefano having a good time with it.
But let's not forget, P6 is an amateur. P6, there is no Pro-Am ahead of Lucas Finkbeiner, the amateur, who is 2.1k. He's probably only 800 rating away from not being eligible in the series.
When you look at Sikorsky, he's leading the Pro-Ams, and he's 2.5k. He's leading the Pro-Ams. maybe iRacing needs a touring car. iRacing.
Oh no, please no.
Let's have iRacing per...
Yeah, per weather. We need a rain one as well, yeah? No, I think net result, the formula was a bad decision.
100% agree.
Yeah.
So a little bit behind the scenes when it comes to ARL, when it comes to deciding stock classes, as we had Stupid GT3 Trophy a couple of days ago, we take the higher I rating between Formula and Sports Car.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you're quick in Formula, you're going to be quick in Sports Car. Here's a move.
What? Oh, that's a slowdown. Big time for Lucas. Yeah, he got played there. But that's it. You can be fast, but you got to know how to not get played.
I think that's 2 places game for Mihailov. Mihailov's gone through the pair of them, and it's up into P6. Incredible.
We're going to see a dive here from Lucas. He's obviously a bit frustrated.
And they're really checking up behind now. Here comes back the move. Mihailov may not be able to cover it off. He's got the inside for this next one. Will he run his
And Lucas is
rival
going
out?
to tuck in and want this. Whatever Mihailov gets, Finkbeiner's going to want as well.
It's 3. It's 2 wide, 3 back.
Oh, this is going to...
Oh! A bit of contact, but here comes the move between the teammates. And Mihailov holds on to P6. What a battle.
Oh, they both went. I think they caught it. But this in the next corner. This is going to be spice. Here we go.
Oh, Sikorsky really got forced out. He's dropped a few places. Heard in the slipstream of Finkbeiner.
Finkbeiner does look fast, doesn't he? I know that was caused by a slowdown, but he does look pretty rapid.
And Mail alongside.
Mal has just secured reverse grid pole, and that looks like a slowdown there.
And that was Chenna.
Yeah.
Chenna really actually gained a few places on that lap, but
It's very hard to serve the slowdown here when you've got cars 2 wide behind you. Yeah, where do you serve it? But Tom Mal securing that reverse grid pole that we've joked about a few times.
But that is only for the end of race 2. So he's got to hold on to that for another 27
He knows.
minutes.
It's just me that forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, he's where he wants to be. Beeman back ahead of Fowler now. Do you think Biner really pushing this hard? Is a spin
Oh, Hedgecock.
He's gained a few places actually at Adam.
Oh no, the cars are a little bit slower than I thought, but still. Let's see what happened to poor Adam. Where's he find himself? Oh. Yeah. Shirkov ahead of Chenna.
Sikorsky running,
Sikorsky and Chenna.
Yeah.
Wait, Sikorsky and Chenna have just dropped a ton.
Or was it Shirkov and Chenna?
Sorry, what did I say? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They sound similar.
And Anthony Hilton got caught up in that as well, and Mark Hutchinson.
Wow, we've got 2 cars.
We've got a lot of
almost
people
in the
dropping.
escape.
Yeah.
I think that may have been, maybe linked or maybe 2 separate. Let's have a look back. I think this was for the battle for about 15th and 16th initially between Chenna.
Yeah, I think there was
Shirkov.
3 big separate instances. Whatever. Oh, that's just poor.
Oh, and then he bounced back on the circuit and then nowhere for anyone else to go.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely not a dangerous rejoin. That was just dangerous.
Oh, man.
We'll try and get a replay of that because they look like they're coming through on a car sideways. We'll see.
Yeah, bad news for Hutchinson.
So this is the battle behind. We just heard the wall contact. Let's see. Oh, he was already sideways. And he's going to end up hitting a car, dodging another car. Oh, no. Completely unrelated. I was wondering why they're coming through so quickly.
Can we get a replay of what happened to Hilton as well? Here we go. Jamie's absolutely on it. Because it was almost 3...
Oh,
he reappeared.
Wait, no, he hit the car that had towed.
You sure it wasn't
100%.
Like a connection thing?
Nope, he hit the car. Hit the car that towed.
Man, well, that's bad for iRacing.
Well, it is just netcode. Sometimes you see them go like that's the definition of netcode, right? Yeah. Now, netcode can rear its head in different ways. You could win a race because of netcode. You can lose a race depending on the position of the car. You can get caught in what we call a netcode incident. They're the more common ones, or that where you've towed, but the other person hasn't seen you tow yet. Sure. He might have seen him.
But it seemed like it was quite a big lag, like, half a second or so.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like him as a driver, he may have actually seen himself hit him. And it might be us experiencing the netcode. Like, it's really difficult. It's usually 3 points, both drivers and then the server. Or in our case, as a broadcaster, we experience our own. Yeah, it's confusing, but
Hurd has got past Harhov, who seems to be dropping down the order a bit now. Sikorsky gets ahead, and Mail as well.
Tom Mail does seem to have internet issues. We've seen him blink out in qualifying as well. Yep, fiercely laggy. Right, so we're riding on here with Stephen Hurd. Something happened. Oh! Let's see what happened here. Yeah, so Harhov just lost the position. I assume we lose another one here on the run. Maybe even a slow. When he goes defensive, just doesn't have the straight line speed, yeah? So just lost a couple of positions there.
Very under pressure from Finkbeiner.
This race is sponsored by SDK Gaming.
Sometimes this timing software does that a little bit. I was hoping that we wouldn't have to do a restart. Joe Walsh in 26th, he's up 7 places. Behind Denisenko, who's up 9 places.
Yep, looking good.
Was on the attack. He might actually be the one on the defense now, because Backmeyer, who had that early issue down in, was it turn 3? Oh, as he's going to send that in deep, Denisenko almost gets hit. And Walsh is going to lose that one. I think, again, I mean, I feel like we've seen Giles take that line a few times and not get a slowdown. I mean, Walsh has taken it there, and again, I'm not sure if that is a slowdown. Malcolm dropping down the order as well, a little bit further after, but it's fought back again against Chenna. Could have been up in the top 15. Chenna was having his best race of the season a few minutes to go until that final corner collision.
Yeah, it's a full commit corner. You've got to decide what you want from the corner. If you're sometimes battling over nothing, it's not worth it.
All these drivers are getting a lot of places. Walker up 11, Neg up 7, Net up 7 as well.
So we lost Anthony Hilton, Igor Shirokov, Mark Hutchinson, Kevin, and obviously Korshevin didn't take to the grid. And Adam Morrison looks like he pitted for 5 minutes. I think he might have disconnected now.
Drivers have to finish 5 laps or less down to score points. And you do get points for 40th place, so it's worth trying to finish. Could help you in the championship, albeit there are a couple of drop scores for this series. We'll apply one of them after this round. Moon is heading his way to what would be a 6th victory of the season.
And 4 on the trot.
He didn't win race 3 last time.
Ah, okay.
But it would be, yeah, it would be a 3rd race 1 victory in 4 rounds. And yeah, here he comes then. Young-Soo Moon, once again, the winner. And he beats James Bumy and Gabriele Bonacorsi. Mergio will finish in 4th and Harrison 5th, a very familiar top 5. But this man, Simeon Mihailov, with a great performance to finish top of the Pro-Ams in 6th place. And Finkbeiner, despite having some pretty close moments out there, holds on to finish in 8th place on top of the amateurs. There was a late change maybe between Vasilchuk and Chauzenet. I think Vasilchuk just gaining that place right at the end. He finishes in 16th place.
Yeah, fun stuff. Great stuff from Moon. Buemi held on really well. Bonacorsi, great. Mergios, that's the top 4 in the same position. Damien Harris top 2. Epic race from Lucas Finkbeiner. I mean, what could have been maybe a few more, but it's still huge points over Russ Fowler.
Nice move for Passeggio. Oh no, sorry. Nice move from Venturini to get past Passeggio on the last corner.
Taran in chat is saying, so glad there is drop round so I can still compete in the championship. That's exactly why we did it. It keeps the motivation. Like, alive. You know, we all know there's going to be a few rounds that we can't make.
So not much of a turnover. We go into the race 2 grids, and it's the finishing order from race 1. So obviously Moon on pole, Bumi, Bonacorsi, Mergia. What do you think Harris can do from P5? Of course, he had to gain a few places in the early stages in that race 1. Do you think he might have a shot at a podium in this one?
I'm not so sure. He picked up a slowdown. He did look like Lucas was matching his pace. It looks like very difficult to overtake. We didn't see the top 4 change position at all. I think it's going to come down to the standing start and the first 3-4 corners, and I think the front 5 will settle in, to be honest. But no, I don't think Harris has it over the others for overtaking pace at the moment.
It does look very tricky.
But that's a long-winded way of saying I don't know. But I made it sound good.
Let's see if Moon can get an equally good stay. Hasn't lost from the pole position all season. And again, it's a very nice start for him. Not a great start actually for Harris. So the top 4 will sprint away. And Haydoff might fancy his chances at maybe gaining a place. So all single file heading through turn 1. Can Bumi go for it this time into the chicane? Moon might have to go a little bit more defensive. And there's contact. And Moon goes into the wall. One of our championship contenders, and straight away slowing down is Bumi, and that is a big change because it means that Bonacorsi leads ahead of Mergia, Harris and Hurd.
Buemi is waiting for Moon. He went to change directions and just clipped his rear. Yeah.
Bumi's gone back to the pits. He is racked with guilt. And
I mean, it happens. As long as you didn't, you know, it wasn't deliberate. We all make mistakes, so you shouldn't beat yourself up. It's a race. It was close. Yeah, he went for the inside and just.
And of course, he knew that was his one chance.
Yeah,
at winning the race.
Because he might look at this back and there's 2 foot of net code and then think, oh wait.
And to be fair, Moon, did he move across?
No, I don't think so. There just wasn't a lot of space. I mean, we saw it in real time.
Yeah, we'll see it in a replay in a bit.
But yeah, I feel bad for Buemi. Obviously, I feel bad for Moon as well.
Good stuff with Chauzenet. He's been in a few places. There he is in the red car. It's up 5. To cut a lot of the chicane though. He's ahead of Fowler. A bit of movement behind with the North Sim Racing car of Zuko trying to get underneath. Chenna up into 18th place. He's up 5.
So unfortunately, Moon is in.
Oh no, and there's no fast repair, so he will have to take proper repairs here.
What a shame.
Big change in the championship, and once again, Harris might not win a race today, but he might go into after the 4th round of the championship with a huge lead, despite not winning a race. Fowler and Chauzenet still battling really hard just at the front of this train. And Fowler might actually lose a place because Vasilchuk is underneath. And great stuff for Vasilchuk as well. He's up 3. Fowler trying to hold on, but now he's got to be watching his mirrors.
Looking at the way it stands right now, Lucas Finkbeiner would be very smart to take check of what's happening. He's P5, Russ Fowler P14.
Yeah.
That is better than a win and Russ finishing 5th. You know, this is huge for the points differential.
And of course, he gets the lead lap bonus as well, which Fowler will not be getting. 3 wide, heading into the chicane. Fortunately, the middle car backs out of it. Fowler is ahead of this one, but a big crash in the background for Jay Walsh.
Oh, yeah, that looks like it's over for him, facing the wrong way. Great move from Russ there.
Okay, ahead of Vasilchuk underneath the neck.
Oi. Well defended, but this is going to be so compromised on exit.
Oh, there's contacts.
Yeah, exactly what I was trying to allude to, but I couldn't say it quick enough. Yeah, if you over-defend like that, you run the risk of, with the way the iRacing contact model is nowadays, it does pay to be slow. But one day they're going to fix that. They will, one day.
Zuko actually was the one who lost the place in the into Nuzini. He was the one who sort of initiated the contact in the first place. As we get a replay of
okay, so we've got a replay of the race start.
Oh yeah, it was very early, wasn't it?
Yeah. That all happened so quick I could barely keep up myself though. Oh, yeah.
It's sort of just a weird straight, isn't it? Sort of curving.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like James is just waiting to see if Moon can get going. No. Just,
BB is still in the pits, so that is him properly out. And yeah, Moon with damage. Moon's still in the pits and needs to try to get out and not finish more than 5 laps down. It's Denisenko right on the inside, and he was unlucky. 3 wide, and he got, in the end, slapped a bit by one of the amateur cars. Not exactly sure who it was, honestly. Could have been the Marshalsea. Kuma's had some issues in this race. He's down 5.
Hurd looking good. I don't think Ballin's getting a lot of my attention, but Hurd P4, great result.
Yeah.
Obviously, he has his teammate, opponents very close to him. So reverse top 10, who would be pole?
Oh, who do you think?
It's at the moment Tom Mal. Oh yeah, we're going to look at the Jay Warshaw. We saw was him facing the wrong way in the background. Let's see what happens here.
Half of in front of him.
Yeah. It's going to be a late 3 wide. Oh.
Ooh, that was the other guy who slapped someone else as well earlier on. Not, I can't remember, but someone's made some enemies.
Yeah, yeah, it's hard to judge. Here's a different look at it. Different look at it.
So it's Kaludis, who has been involved in a couple of instances. I think that was on the group.
Yeah, because I was thinking, couldn't have Jay broke later, but no, he is checked up right behind the car. Yeah, that was going quite slow on the outside there.
I didn't think, but like, yeah, I guess these cars don't have wheel tethers, and you can see how that wheel flew.
Yeah.
Of that TCR car.
On the move is Jonathan Walker, up 7. I coached him. On the move, he is. No, he's a really good guy.
Oh, Mihailov's going to be done here. Mihailov didn't go for a move himself, and Sikorsky said, if you're not going to go for it, I will. And he gains a place.
I can tell a funny story about Jonathan Walker. I don't know if he wants me to share it, but it's just a funny, light-hearted story.
Sure.
He has amazing monitors. Like, we're talking 240 hertz.
Oh, dear. This is chaos. It's a chaos. Oh, my goodness. It's Korshavin trying to get some places after not doing base 1.
Yeah.
And we've got Hilton a bit slow. Venturini's had a tough time. And was it Hedgecock, the other one? No, Hedgecock, I think, was behind it all. I think it was one of his teammates. I think it was Mark Hutchinson had a bit of a mare there. That was a mess.
Yeah, what a shame.
Anyway, back to monitors.
Yeah, so he has 240 hertz monitors. They're lush. And for a very long time, until our first sim session together, he was running at 60. He said it was transformative when he put it to unlimited. It happens a lot, though. Why you don't think that Windows just defaults you to the 60? Yeah, no, I know lots of people have done that. I've had it with my left monitor before, where Windows just decided, no, you don't want. Oh, it's gonna be a late 3 wide. Sikorsky taking a look.
Beeman all the way on the inside. Sikorsky runs it in deep.
You can't do 3 wide here. No, what are they doing?
Mihailov barely missed the wall, and what a move from Beeman to gain 2 places. Sikorsky was desperate to outbreak him.
I like what Mihailov did. He's just like, nope. Nope, I'm not doing it, guys.
Chosine up to 12th place. He's really learning this track now. And he's ahead of Fowler and Bazilchuk. Good to see Neg having a better time of it as well. Also qualifying ban in the past couple of rounds. Here comes Chenna back up the order. His teammate Venturini is I think out of it, but Chenna continues to make his way up the order. I wonder if we could have a replay actually of what happened to, I think it was Venturini. Maybe he's not the perfect card to start it off with, but that mess at the chicane, because he was certainly involved in it some way, as Chenna's actually going to be re-overtaken there. But here's the replay. Venturini, so there was a bit of a side swipe initially, Korshavin, and then Hutchinson just went flying as well. And then he got a hit from maybe Shirkov, I want to say.
What a shame.
Should really know that livery by now. Ah, there goes. So it's Hutchinson in the middle. Oh my goodness, the
the teammates hit. Yeah, so Korshevin just gets caught out by a Jenna slowing because the teammates hit.
Venturini made contact with 3 cars.
I swear those altitudes hit each other last race. Something's coming back to me.
Malcolm and
Yeah.
Hutchinson had a collision.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild. From Neg.
Oh, this is good from Russ SC. Around the outside, he does get it done. Russ having fun out there, P13 at the moment. Holding on to that position he started the race on. Which, if you think about it, is a net. Like he's... I mean, the math should check out, but he's net like down 3 or 4 positions because obviously we've lost so many drivers.
Yeah.
You got Harhoff, Finkbeiner, Hurd, Harris, and all those up 4 or 5 positions. Oh, oh. Kindness having some internet issues there.
No problem with his braking though. Passes Zuko.
Strange, because that shadow line's also better for defending purposes as well, right? Leaving it open, just like people can just dive down and get the optimal line. But like I say, I didn't spot it either as well. It took me watching Luke's lap to understand that I'm doing it very wrong.
Chenna's race is going from bad to worse. It looked so good for Stefano Chenna earlier on, but it's really bad now. Thomas Kuhn as well has had a bit of an issue. I think.
Yeah, Scott Malcolm, Chenna, Hutchinson, there was something happened down there.
Mihailov dropped a few places. I'm not sure if we quite saw what happened to Mihailov in the early stages, but he's down 5.
Oh, this is why they're shuffling around. It's still a big pack, very big pack.
Involved. Behind Hutchinson, so. Hutchinson had an awful race 1. I think he gained a lot of places and then fell back in the closing stages, but he's up 15 in this race. Here comes Coombe, he's had good pace. Actually, could have been higher up. Coombe is down 5 places from his race
late.
starts.
That's late. It's okay.
And here's Chenna trying to get back in place.
Wait, Chenna's car's okay? I thought he slammed into the
No, that was
wall.
Venturini.
Ah, yeah. Chenna did in the last race.
Yeah. Well, that's a move. No, doesn't work. Walker holding off Mihailov currently for P10, but he might not be able to do a whole lot with it. Mihailov on reverse good pole.
When we last checked him with Walker, he was up 7, right? Now he's only up 3, so he's lost 4 positions. And Tom Mao is out of position.
Yeah.
This is suboptimal.
We might get a replay of what happened to Walker a moment ago. Sikorsky following.
Oh, it's
here.
slow down, slow down. Yeah. What a pain. Yep, there you go. 1, 2, 3. I didn't teach him that.
Taran saying in chat, Harhoff and Finkbeiner are on fire today. They
Yeah.
sure are, running 5th and 6th. Smiler Esports, sorry, not Smiler, I said that wrong. Smiller Esports. They are one of the contenders for the team's championship. I think runners-up going into this round, and they'll be scoring very good points to the stands.
Yeah, I mean, Finkbeiner, driver of the day at the moment.
Of course, the team's championship is a little bit weird because the bonus points are set for your division. But of course, as an AM, you can score some big points for your team by leading a lap, even though you haven't led an overall lap.
Ah, yes.
So you will get some bonus points. The race position points are still done by overall position, so it's not. So it's a small element, so it does give a bit of a bonus to the pro-ams and the AMs. Whoever wins that gets the Apex Racing Academy team sub for the year. I mean, these guys are running comfortably together. Charles out to ApexRacingAC.com. Of course, we're coming into the new iRacing season, and there's no better time than that to get yourself an ARA sub.
I've never thought, but if we sell sim racing air conditioning units, we have the perfect domain. Yeah?
Yeah.
Serious?
So one day, another company called Apex Racing is going to come along who specialise in air conditioning units, and they're going to pay a fortune for that domain.
Correct. Correct.
Because no one wants to search Apex Racing air conditioning units.com.
Correct, exactly. Who's going to do that?
Yeah, that's a big one. Bono Corsi is, we haven't really spoken about him, but he's just gradually opening up that gap. He's now a second ahead of Mercier. Harris with much better pace. And Hurd is keeping up with these guys, even as a pro-am, but Bono Corsi looking for his first race win of the season. So too, to be fair, all these top 4, and them have won a race so far this season. I think Harris will be the most pleased out of this. He will be extending his championship lead as it stands.
Yeah, brilliant stuff.
Incredible how Harris just doesn't seem to have been involved in anything. However, his VR might suddenly stop, so he'll be hoping that doesn't happen. Because he was fretting about that before today.
There's a lot of buzz around VR again. Obviously, Pimac get into it, and obviously iRacing talking about their VR update that's coming next week, or whenever iRacing updates. I'm a bit out of the loop. Yeah, in a week. Yeah, 5 days. Wow, is it 5 days?
Yeah. Oh, Ultimate as well.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I know that, 100%.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's exciting. 5 days, we find out who did it better. Or who sponsors me. I don't really mind anymore.
Sure.
I used to be impartial.
Yeah. Thomas Coombe up the inside of
Kevin.
Marshalsea.
Yeah.
And looks like Marshalsea's going to have the red line. These guys, I feel like, have gone back and forth a few times so far in this race. Tom Mayer is being caught by Mihailov, no surprise. Mihailov's got great pace, really good pace.
Hello to Ascari in chat. My Le Mans 24 teammate. He's only 9k.
Sure.
Well, 9.1, I think, actually.
Yeah. Mail simply having a smile on his face. And maybe swiping the sweat off his brow for a moment.
We know what Tom Mal's going to do. He's going to lose 1 position in the next 3 minutes and secure a 3rd reverse skid pole.
Out of 4 opportunities.
Yeah. First attempt, he false started and went too early. Second attempt, he ripped out his clutch pedal and did a wheel spin. He's got it this time. But the pressure, he's going to know we're mocking him, we're joking.
I mean, he can already tell right now.
Yeah.
They're probably talking about how they're going to get reverse control again and go and mess up the very start again. But yeah, Mihailov is just one of the quickest drivers, probably 5th or 6th fastest driver out there today. But where do you make an overtake? He hasn't got too many more opportunities. He's going to have a very good run out of this next corner. I mean, he's almost got enough run to go for the inside before, but he backs out.
Yeah, but you can't. And now, now it's just a little bit too difficult to follow and get with the dirt, yeah.
Is there a line on the inside?
Not if Tom takes the inside. There is no line.
Mihailov, you'd hope, will know that reverse go pole is 10th anyway, so
what, they're both going to stop on the line.
Yeah, it's not much motivation for the overtake, but he might do it anyway because that's not enough curve for Mail. And Mihailov gets on the inside, and that might be decisive. He's up to P9.
Did I see Sherikov drop? I think he's battling with Scott Malcolm. Oh, Backmeyer is in. Maybe towing. Yeah, what a shame.
Well, it could be instance. You're limited to 20. Oh, look at that. 3 wide.
Yeah, you're right.
Malcolm and Chenna alongside. And Chenna's off.
What?
And Malcolm might lose out as well.
What, Malcolm in the middle?
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yes, thank you.
Brilliant stuff.
Thank you. I did it. I did one.
Oh.
I will resume my normal bad ones from now on.
That's, hopefully everyone in chat can use the clapping away. Had you been lining up for that one this season?
No, honestly, for once, that was just pure intuition.
Yeah.
Serious. No, but I didn't even practice it. Oh. Well, we see that a few times, unless it was a serving a slowdown. That inside move.
Change for second place. Bergia has had a slowdown, it looks like, and has dropped down to 4th.
Yeah, heard it on Damien Harris through that corner there, but yeah, this is big for Dame.
And Hertz.
Yeah, Hertz
is moving back. Oh, so Harris must have collided with
yeah.
Bergia, and Hertz, the Pro-Am, is up to second place.
Yeah, Damien Harris there, letting them back through. We'll get a replay. Yeah, what a gentlemanly move. Well, I say that. Let's see the incident first, what he did, and then we'll judge. Oh. Oh, do you know what? I mean...
Was that a Verstappen incident from, in terms of the give the position back when he didn't need to give the position back on Sunday?
Well, obviously, he's obviously thinking he didn't get enough alongside, but... And maybe he didn't. Maybe didn't earn the right to the corner, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, I hate all those rules, but he made his intentions clear, and he held the inside line and held the apex. So,
oh, that's it.
Oh,
that's the checker flag.
There you go.
So Korski's also got past Beeman right at the end, but Bowen Korski wins his first race of the season, and it's big points. It brings him really back into the championship with that. Hurd with a mega P2. You have had Pro-Ams, of course, win races already this season, but Hurd will be delighted with that one. And Fickbeiner, another great result in the amateurs, 5th place overall. 10th place went to Mail. It will be a 3rd reverse grid pole for Tom Mail in 4 rounds. Let's see if he can move.
He's just a champion qualifying, mate. He knows how to get that pole.
Yeah, oh my, well, look at that across the line. That was incredible between, I think it was Marshall C, Koroshavin and Koom. I think it was Marshall C beating the pair. Sort of a weird start-finish line there, with it being curved. You're not quite sure actually who's ahead.
Sure, I get that.
So now we do have a little bit of a pause, a few minutes. But yeah, I mean, absolutely massive stuff there for Moon. And that's, of course, 2 bad meetings for Moon, because, like, obviously his race 3 is wrecked for Moon. Sure. And I don't think he scored any points for race 2, because I think he was more than 5 laps down.
I hope when we takes the grid, you know, incidents happen. It wasn't deliberate. I see the move he was going for. Did it work out? No. So yeah, I hope when we can, yeah, just forgive himself. It's, yeah. I mean, he's bound to get a penalty. Like,
yeah, but I mean, like, it will be pretty minor in the scheme of things, seeing that no time penalty will have an effect. It might contribute to a qualifying ban in future rounds. But yeah, well, he's out on track in warm-up, to be fair.
That's good.
Or intermission.
But obviously, let's not take away from what Moon was robbed of, because it was a really good launch, and he's pretty infamous for those. Gets him clear into 1, and yeah, you said it, Buemi had to go for it in 1. Moon's just too fast, too consistent. And Buemi knew if he got ahead, he could possibly hold it for the win. But yeah, swinging back to that move with, as long as we've got time, with Harris, I just think it's one of those... Do you mean, there's that phrase, did you earn the right to the corner? No, he didn't. Or did he make it obvious, and was he there? Yes and yes. So, you know, where do you stand on all this? Because there's been too much of this, have you earned the right to the apex talk.
So to be fair,
over the last
used
couple
to
of years,
be very against that in Formula 1. But to be fair, actually, I think the Formula 1 rules are so, and Verstappen stretches the rules so much that I think you almost do need to have that, in terms of if you are, if was it front axle to wing mirror, I think, of the other car, then I think I don't particularly like the usage of the word "you own the corner," but you sort of do have to do that. I think in sim racing it's different, because the outside driver, fundamentally, if you're the inside driver, especially in iRacing, and you run the outside driver off the circuit, you will just get turned.
Yeah.
So it's not quite so bad. But yeah, I would have contested it. I would have driven on and be like, if I get a 5-second post-race penalty, then so be
Well,
it.
yeah, I mean, these guys, it's a league. They race together all the time, so I get why there's a different gentlemanly mentality with it all. But, yeah, I don't know. Then it needs to just be... I get everything you said, and I agree, but I think it's just the distance from when it started. That's where the F1 rules come into place. If you're 200 metres back and, yeah, you get there at the break-in, that's not the same as...
Well, it's not even get there at the breaking, it's get there at the apex.
Yeah,
It's the F1 rules, right?
Whereas I think when you're mixing it up and the cars are close to each other, like... I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying I too don't like this own the corner.
Yeah.
You don't... Yeah. So, but I don't know. But yeah, we'll get ready for race 3.
Yeah, so we've just got a few more seconds to go, and then we'll tick over. I think the track temperature has got a little bit cooler. We start all these races at midday in terms of practice, and then by the time we get into race 1, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then from that point onwards, it gets cooler. So there might be a little bit more grip for the drivers out on circuits. And of course, just a quick shout out to the late Apex as well. We recorded an episode earlier on today when we discussed a lot about Le Mans Ultimates, and you can check that out either on our YouTube channel or by searching the late Apex wherever you stream podcasts. So here comes the reverse grid then, and you don't even need to say who's on pole. It's Mihailov in second place, Beeman, Sikorsky, Harhov, Finkbeiner. Interestingly, only male is the only pro in the top 6. So, maybe Damien House will win his first race of the season here.
No, Tom has got this. I am putting it all on Tom. He is gonna
Really?
Now he start, no mistakes, and he's gonna win. Yeah, you can hold me to it.
I'm not sure if Tom...
No, we're forgetting one thing. Tom now is a really, really good driver.
Yeah, but he got overtaken by Mihailov in that race
No,
too.
it's not happening, mate.
I will...
Yep.
I'll give you 10 quid if he wins this race. I'll say that. I'll get you a free pizza next week if he wins this race.
Copy.
I don't want to be that mean to Tom Mel, to be fair. He is very good, but honestly, Tom, I don't think you got the face for this one. Let's see what happens. Can he get off the line for once? And the lights are about to come on here at Thruxton for race 3 of the evening. And away we launch. It's a good start for Tom Mayle. It's not the best start.
No.
There would be a move from behind. Look at the move from Harhov. He dives on the inside. He's gone from 5th to 3rd straight away. He might even have an attack at 2nd because he's got a phenomenal run as they head down into turn 3. Harhov, will he look to the inside? Will he look to the outside? Sikorsky might try to make a move on the outside. It's 3 wide. Bit of contact with Bonacorsi. Might lose out to Harris there. Harris diving through the middle of 3 different cars. Bonacorsi losing out a bit of tyre smoke in the background as well. But Tom Mayle has got away well.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure it was the best getaway from Tom to me. So I think 1 and 2 weren't fantastic.
Here's Vasilchuk and Chauzenet involved. Not too many changes. Paul started with Callum Beeman. He had the worst start. He's down a few places already. Fowler diving up the inside. He's just got past Vasilchuk.
I've just realised Moon and Buemi have it all to do.
Yeah,
and I mean all to do.
There is Moon trying to recover as many points as he can. He's already up into the top 28. Look at that field of cars. It's 3 wide. And this is when you want to really be on the inside, I think. Oh, look at the move. And 4 wide into the chicane.
No,
they all rejoin. There's a car in the middle of the circuit. Half of them cut the course. One of them was spun around. Oh, and now there's more contact as well. I mean, when you have a bottleneck like that, just collisions are inevitable. Attia Totha, we haven't seen a whole lot so far today.
Herden.
He was involved.
Wait, did I see? No, ignore me.
So Mihailov ahead of House. So House hasn't really made much progress. Then he's still way so. Mihailov's down 4 actually. He's had
Harhov is dropping. Harhov's dropping.
Yeah, Harhov. Oh dear. Is he just
slow down? I think he's got to slow down. Must have. He just lost.
Or yeah,
5 positions
right. Off the circuit as well. Is Walker. And he drops a couple of places up his inside now. No, he just managed to cover off Vasilchuk.
Harris up to 5th now after all of that happenings. Merger up to 6, although it's still going on. Mihailov Actually, what's happened to Mihailov? How's Mihailov 7th?
Oh, contact.
Through
And up
wide.
the inside of the lot of them is Hurd, and Hurd's got excellent pace, remember. That is a big move for Stephen
Oh, he's opened
Hurd.
up the corner. Oh, okay, that was really brave. Why he would...
Harhov's gone with him.
Oh, Harhov's getting a push, though.
So Harhov must have had an instant, actually, because he was up into third at one point, but he dropped back, and now he's moving back through.
Oh,
and
3
now
wide.
there's
That won't work.
a move on the inside for Bonacorsi, trying to recover some of the places he lost on lap 1. He's on the
Mihailov
inside
backed
for
out.
Murcia.
He's down 8, is Mihailov there. Our P2 guy for the start of the race.
Yeah, it must have been collision, I think, between Mihailov and Hurd, I think.
And obviously, you know what pizza I like, right? It's the cheeseburger one. No. Sikorsky in P2 with the fastest lap of the race as well. Absolutely weapon is Sikorsky.
So Bonacorsi holds off Harhov. They will somehow get into single file.
Buemi up 13, Moon up 11.
Yeah, they might be on this pack before too long.
Yeah, but it's so dangerous that because
Oh, change for the lead. Sikorsky has got past Mail.
right, Tom, seriously, mate, you're messing with a man and his food.
Beeman is catching up to the pair. The Beeman's done a great job, actually, after losing those places on lap 1. It's back to P3. Let's see what happens to Harhov, because I think he collided with Mihailov, who then gave back the place. Or was it just a slowdown?
I think it was a slowdown.
Here is Sikorsky. Yeah, it was just a slowdown for Harhov.
Yeah, big one, I think, because then the giant pack is on him.
Oh, but then does he get another hit here? Because he's still P3. Still serving it, maybe.
Yeah. Every corner you carry a slowdown. Every corner you take, iRacing essentially pauses it. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Now he's about to lose an absolute boatload.
Yeah, and then had to panic because it was about to give him a penalty.
And obviously we remember Harhoff for his Brands Hatch Race 3 P2, I want to say.
You might be right.
I wasn't doubting it. I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he needed one more lap and he would have won it. He was on the cross strap. Like, he was the one. He was the one flying. Just needed one more lap.
Yeah, I think it was a P6 in the end for him, but yeah, was getting places at the end.
Oops.
Beeman up to P2 ahead of Mail.
It's over, isn't it?
Harris will be closing as well.
Shorzen is dropping or
It's over.
stopped.
It's Shorzen Nova? Shorzen?
No, no. Too soon also. Yeah, we'll see what happened. Did he have a slowdown he didn't serve in time? I don't know. Strange place to pull over.
So Moon up 13 and Pumi up 15 now. So we'll find how Sikorsky got past Mail. He was down into the farm chicane.
Yeah, see what Tom does. Does he hug? Ooh. Oh, he got done dirty there.
Yeah, lovely. Sikorsky's been really good on the bits, and I think his racecraft's been great. I think there's been a few times where drivers have hesitated, and he's just, stuck it on the inside for moves like that. Walker's got a bit of a queue for him behind him. I don't think Walker had the best pace today, but I think he's really maximised his results, and P9 is perhaps flat-swing for him.
This car really shakes things up. I mean, let's not forget, Tom Mauer's a 7, or Sikorsky with a slowdown by the looks of it.
Trying to cover off Beeman. And look how close Harris as well to the back of these guys in P4. Mail's got a shot as well. Pinkbine could be having a amateur win this race. Pinkbine and Hurd will be closing in.
Where do you stand on slow defend in a slowdown?
It is in the rules that you may not defend your position when
Oh yeah, because that was a lot
serving a
of
slowdown.
that was a lot of slow defending.
But he could have already served his slowdown, right?
True.
And yeah, he holds on. What's just for Sikorsky? Hasn't won a race so far this season in the overall positions, but he's been a man who started off the season as an AM. He's only 2.5 KI rating.
Ooh.
But Beeman will have a run, and Beeman's got great pace in this race. I wouldn't say he was necessarily faster than Sikorsky earlier on, but Sikorsky, I think, knows the strap more than anyone else here, and he will just hug the inside at every opportunity.
Yep.
Beeman's not going to make his way around that. Yeah, he just put himself offline. And look at that. Look at the gap. 8/10.
Yeah, Skorski's been very fast. Terrence and Finkbeiner 5th again. Yes. Well, obviously he was 6th last race. Reverse top 10, 5th.
Ah, it's just dropped a place.
Yeah, I think Hurd and Finkbeiner. Oh, as I mentioned, their two names, they changed positions. Hurd and Finkbeiner have really been standout drivers for relative to their iRating.
Well, I think Hurd is genuinely like the 4th fastest car today. I think he's faster than all the cars ahead of him. I think he'll catch, but he'll do very well to pass them all before the end of the race.
Well, who's that taking a look?
Mergia on the insides. Managed to fend off Bonacorsi early on, and he's going to make up another place there.
Yeah, Finkbeiner coming under fire here.
Of course, Mergia and Bonacorsi did crash at Donington race 3 earlier on this season, put Bonacorsi out of the race. So there's a bit of a history between the Italians. They haven't collided so far in this race, albeit they came very close.
Oh, Mark Hutchinson. No, it's okay. I think it's just door to door.
Yeah, Moon up another place, up to 16th. He's 12 seconds off the lead. Oh my God, what is that? Oh, a very good overtake, that's what it is. Good work from Zuko.
Could have gone the other way, couldn't it? And we haven't said his name out loud, but Callum Bowman, P2, holding on, half a second off the lead.
Yeah. Yeah, he's closing back down again. He went for that mistimed attempt. Oh no, Moon and Zuko having a little bit of an issue. But yeah, he had that bit of a poor attempt at an overtake at the end of the lap 6, but he's closed the gap since. 2/10 past that last lap.
Bowman's got a little disconnected from Moon because they were running almost together and they're advancing through. As I say that, Bowman gets by Mark Hutchinson. Oh, and by Zuko. Okay, there you go. Commentator's curse works in the other way as well.
The track.
Yeah, Mark Hutchinson, Zuko.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, maybe a rejoin's been involved in all of this.
Uh-oh, it's the teammates again, isn't it?
No.
No.
Yeah, that was a teammate into a car into the teammate, wasn't it?
James
Mark
will be not happy with that.
Yeah, James pushed the car into Mark.
And Mark somehow didn't wipe someone out on his rejoin.
That is the...
Oh, someone just went into... I don't think that was even Mark's problem, honestly. It was Adam Morris.
Yeah, Harrison's taken some serious damage. Yeah, he's out. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, to his perspective, it would be a dangerous rejoin, but I think it was just low speed. That was all. He was on the track for long enough, is what I'm trying to say. But it's just hard to account for when they're going so slow.
It's getting feisty now. We sometimes see this. The racing gets more and more aggressive as the evening goes on. And this is some pretty aggressive racing.
Walker and Harhoff.
Yeah, Oh! I don't know how he did that. From that camera angle, it did not look like there was gap, but there was gap. Yeah. These guys are switching places. Harhoff only just got past Walker, but they've just swapped places again.
And he's going to have the run now. Big time Harhoff. He can take his pick.
But he's got to be careful of Korshevin behind.
Yep. If gap. Oh. They touched before the corner phase there. Oh, no. Walker backs out. Oh, Walker a bit too much. I think Walker might... My gut tells me slow down. Oh...
Move for second?
No, that's not.
Oh, he's nearly hit him. But he might still get the position here. This is Harris going for Beeman, but this is great news for Sikorsky, who's scampering away. Look how close Hurd is now, and maybe Tom Mail might be able to take advantage of this.
Yeah, that was lucky from Harris. That would have been a big penalty.
And Harris is going to be super vulnerable here. Look at the move, trying to go on the inside. But Harris has carried great speed on the outside.
Yeah, but I think it's just redundant out there.
Hurd's shots it, and Hurd's going to lose a place to Mergia. and they all stay in the same order, apart from Mergy, who does get past that hurdle and kicking himself though, because, like I said before, I think he's the fastest out of this lot.
Yeah, Herd's been really impressive.
He's going to send it again. So good on the base. This outside line, we have seen a few drivers pull it off, but not this time.
Where is Moon? Moon and Buemi are together, 15-16, up 18 and 20. Densenko up 17.
Well, of course, he just came past her, but they swapped back. Korshvin also came past Arhov for P10.
Brusfeld looking good, P13 at the moment, it's big points, but obviously the AM has all been about Finkbeiner. It's going to be big points.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah, I
points.
think Finkbeiner will probably leading the championship with all the bonus points he's got today.
Yep. And the differential in point finishes, right? It's been a 6 to 7 position deficit between the two. Because when we think first and second, that's not how they're scored.
So I think Sikorsky is catchable, but is Beeman necessarily the one to do it? Harris's chance at the race may have gone when he just sent it in a little bit too deep, nearly wiped out Sikorsky, the race leader, and wasn't even able to consolidate the second place either.
Moon and Walker are fighting. And I mean fighting, exchanging positions over and over again here.
Oh,
what did I say? I told you. Fighting.
Might help his teammate here as well.
Oh.
Contact.
Oh.
I think that was a racing incident on first view.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Disappointing race 3 though for Walker. Let's see what happens. So already they're making contact there. I think Moon just stays to his line, honestly.
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't think Moon can do a whole lot more there, right?
I don't know. It's a strange one. I'd need my own, rewinds and camera angles. I don't know. Looked awkward. But yeah, big shame because we lost Jonathan Walker.
So the gap has come down between the two leaders. If Sikorsky wins this race, it would be quite impressive because I don't think he's anywhere near the fastest driver. But he managed to get the move earlier on. I'm trying to remember who. Oh, it was Tom Mell, wasn't it? Of course, he made the lead change.
Of course, that got Buemi through. The other altitude car
Yes, he got
was
past,
Buemi, yeah. Now, I'm not going into a conspiracy theory because that would have been way too tactitional.
I think that maybe he was fighting him extra hard. But then I assume also Buemi was probably, the only reason why he's behind you is because I killed him earlier on. So
sadly.
I hope they weren't doing that. So the top 8 pretty much are all in a queue. No gaps more than a second between each of them.
Korshvin up 12. Where can he finish? Because the next couple are not slow. Mikhailov, Finkbeiner, Herd very, very quick.
Yeah, he's not going to gain any places. You wonder where Mikhailov could have been. I think he got a slowdown in the early stages. And
yeah, he was our P2, right?
yeah, I mean, faster than Sikorsky. Sikorsky started this race in P4, and I think Mikhailov had more pace than him.
Shirokov losing out there to Densenko.
I just wonder why Korshvin didn't take the start. I do wonder if it is just because he likes to overtake people.
Oh, where's he going? Densenko there with a very weird line. If he got a slowdown, you would also not gain time from it. Oh. Well, that explains the weird line. Perhaps it was a bit of net code.
So we've got 3 more laps to go. Harris knows that he needs to make this move very cleanly if he's going to win this race, because any time loss will put him too far behind. Here he comes again for second position, our championship leader. It's not... Well, no, he's got the inside for the next corner here. He may have just timed this perfectly. It's Damien Harris. Will he leave space on the outside?
Yeah, Tom Mal looking. Tom Mal looking. Come on, Tom. I want that damn pizza. Oh, some good racing.
This could be a freight train situation if Mail can get underneath. But he can not. Beeman holding on, contact.
Oh!
And now he is off, and here comes the freight train. There goes 2. Yeah, I think it will be 3. Beeman holding on for second so well. But he will do well to finish this race in 6th now. And now Harris can chase down Sikorsky with 2 laps to go.
These are my favourite cars to watch.
Yeah.
Changed my mind.
And we both race down this circuit. This is not the most raceable circuit.
Yeah, correct. This is it. This is brilliant racing, these cars. The draft seems about right. The dirty air, the braking makes for good overtakes. The contact medal doesn't look too bad at all. And that's me being kind to iRacing. I think it's just because they're slower, right? So it helps. Yeah.
So the gap is 1.1 seconds between the 2 leaders. Do not count Harris out of this one. He will be getting that gap very close. And Sikorsky, you'd understand if he gets a bit tight in these closing stages. It's Tom Mayle. Oh, not Tom Mayle. I was getting very confused there. You were watching. Here he is in 3rd place behind Harris. No, he's not. That's not Tom Mayle. I don't know what's happening with our system because we are currently watching Mergia. It is Mayle just behind. Apparently everyone is Tom Mayle, basically. That is the problem we face. So this is Damien Harris, who is incredibly close. So I think our time software, has stopped because the gap is much closer than 1.2 seconds. So 1 lap to go, and also our top left has gone, but we are into the last lap here. The white flag is being waved, and so it's Sikorsky versus Harris for this race win. We may have to close and reopen our live timing software. Hopefully we'll get back to images in a second. And it's very close between the leaders. Here we go. Harris, can he get underneath? No, he can't. Sikorsky holds on. And look how close Mergia is catching up. Mayle is the man in 4th place. They've actually fallen off a little bit behind. I wonder if there was a bit of a collision. But Sikorsky's got half a lap longer to hold on.
Yeah, and this is big. Sikorsky's Pro-Am, Harris Pro. Harris needs to be... Oh, no, Harris has already got a very good run here.
This would do very well to hold on around the outside here. Harris going for his first race win.
Is he going to cost himself here, though?
Here comes Mergia.
Yeah, I don't see what there was to gain from that.
Can Mergia do anything with Sikorsky up ahead? Or is Sikorsky going to hold on and make it a 3rd Pro-Am victory of the season? The final corner.
Yeah,
Harris manages to hold on to P3, but out in the lead. Next, Sikorsky wins at Thruxton. Mergia in 2nd place. Harris in 3rd. Good points for him. Top of the amateurs once again was Lucas Finkbeiner.
I think Damien Harris, looking at that back, will rue that decision because going around the outside there, I don't think there was any opportunity.
Was there a choice for him there? Because had he backed out of that and got back in single file,
True.
Almost the poor run for Sikorsky almost was a benefit for him.
Yeah, no, fair argument, yeah. And we know Harris is, his racecraft is, really strong. Yeah, great racing. Great finish. And I said Sikorsky for the pizza, right? That was...
You said Sikorsky for your pick today.
I did. Right? Yes, I had Sikorsky as my pick.
I'm not sure if Hurd actually beat him in the end. Hurd did better in race 1 and race 2. Sikorsky did better in race 3.
Yeah, I think... I'm not sure.
Yeah,
it depends on the bonus points on like fastest laps and stuff. That's what matters.
So yeah, fantastic race 3. I think that's now 4 different winners in the 4 race 3s, which is sort of what you expect when it comes to the reverse grids as well. And yeah, like Sikorsky, amazing defensive performance and also a great move as well to get past Mayle in the first place. Yeah. I think Sikorsky knew the racecraft more than anyone else out there. Maybe he did some AI races like you did.
Maybe. 2.5k, and yeah, what a finish. I really enjoyed that. So many drivers really stepped up. That was great to watch. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Yeah, really enjoyed that.
We can have a look at the results as well. And there you can see Sikorsky as a Pro-Am winning. We already had a couple of other, I think Hurd won race 3 at Brands Hatch, and we had Hutchinson win race 1 at Brands Hatch, so he becomes the 3rd Pro-Am driver to win a race this season. But the lowest iRaced driver to win a race, 2.5k. Mergia in 2nd place, good points for him, he's back in the fray for the championship. So too, of course, is Harris. It was a very bad end to the race for Bonacorsi. I think he may have had a collision, which I think whilst we were just having a couple of technical issues, I think we may have missed. I think he may have collided with Hurd and Beeman because they both fell back in the closing stages. But yeah, some really good racing. Of course, I mean, managed to get up to P9. Of course, Moon gaining a lot of places.
And just a nice, I know we discussed the Harris incident over and over again, but it's just, there's a nice community feel right now. Like the racing's not only close, but respectful when little incidents happen. And yeah, really impressed. Lots of fun.
Matt's Jestrenbacken, Joe, who we've seen a lot in the Radicals over the years, saying another league where Sikorsky is in the wrong class. I don't think you know this, Matt, but he started as an amateur.
He's already been promoted, yeah.
He then got promoted to a Pro-Am. He would hold his own in the pros. We're not promoting him to the pros, though. He will stay in the Pro-Ams, but he will be championship leader in the Pro-Ams after this round. We will have a chat with a couple of our drivers. And first up, I think I'll have a chat with Finek Sikorsky, who joins us now. Finek, congratulations. That was a mega race win. I was just saying to David, I think you knew the racecraft better than anyone else. First off, that overtake that you did on Tom Mayer was very impressive, and then you were able to hold off some drivers who seemingly were a bit faster than you for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, I feel like that 15 minutes felt like 24 hours of Le Mans. It was going and going and going, and there wasn't a finish line close by. But yeah, it's an amazing result, and especially after a couple of bad runs in other series, I was really doubting my racecraft. But today was just awesome. I really, I'm just speechless. It was so hard, but yeah, in the end, it is a fantastic result. I wasn't really expecting that today.
No, it was a really good performance. I mean, how did you find? We were watching a lot of drivers in qualifying, and some of them had the lines around here, and some of them didn't have the lines. How did you find sorts of learning this circuit? Because it's a weird track in terms of the racing lines that you use.
Yeah, it's certainly a track different to the others, even for the UK ones, which are also pretty unique. A lot of lines you could take. I was really struggling in the chicane just before the start-finish straight. I just couldn't get a good line all night today. But in the end, my racecraft and the way I was defending and the opportunities for passes on the braking phase to that chicane were amazing, and yeah, I couldn't have dreamt of a better result today.
Definitely, and looking at the championship as well, you are the championship leader in the Pro-Am category after round 4 of the season. Do you think that's going to change how you drive the remaining races in terms of maybe being a bit cautious just to make sure that you protect that points lead?
Not really. Maybe it is a championship lead, but every driver has 2 drop rounds, and I know that some of the drivers in my category had a couple of not the best runs, and I know that's one drop round for them off, and I know that I have to just keep pushing because I have that advantage of one more drop round than everybody else, and I won't really be changing the way I drive. I just want to keep pushing and push on and hope for the best result there is.
Well, we wish you the best of luck for that one, Franek. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
My dad especially, because I know he's been watching all the free races and he certainly had a heart attack again. Same as in Brands Hatch. Today was tough, and also big thanks to Louis, my team manager. He's been watching all night, and he really put some fine words for me, and it really boosted my attitude and my hopes for today's race.
Well, thank you for having a chat with us. Enjoy the race victory, and we'll see you back in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. See ya.
Yeah, GG's.
Renek Sikorsky there.
Yeah, what a
winning
drive.
Race victory, along with getting a couple of other good results.
Sport for choice, who I grab. I'm going to grab the name I said the most, my driver of the day. We don't do driver of the day, but we should start. Driver of the day.
I think in the past we've done most entertaining driver.
Yeah. Okay, let's bring up Lucas Finkbar now. Lucas, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can.
We don't do this prize often, ever, but you were my driver of the day. Brilliant stuff. I think you won in your class all 3 races, if I'm correct. Anyway, talk me through it. Did you have fun?
Yeah, of course I had fun. I've trained for the track a lot. Really a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it showed. Your pace looked absolutely incredible because you were mixing it with, I mean, you know this, but you were mixing it with 7K drivers. You were door banging. You were, you know, you weren't just handing positions over. It looked like you really had a fire underneath you and you were going for it. Did it go better than you expected? Because this is a tough track.
Gone better than I expected, of course. I thought I
That's
would be like P12 or something.
No, that's great. Yeah, no, it looked really impressive. How did you find, are you new to the track?
I've never raced the track before, but since 2 weeks since I know this track is in the calendar, I trained it a lot, yeah.
Oh, well, it definitely paid off. Yeah, I think you did really well. It was, yeah, a pleasure to watch you mixing it with the big names. Are there more tracks on the schedule you're looking forward to learning or prepping, or is there any standout tracks that you're excited for?
I think if Spa is in the calendar, I like that a lot.
Awesome. I'm hearing rumours of Spa.
Yes.
But yeah, Lucas, brilliant job. Yeah, thanks for providing some great racing out there. Is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, my team, my Smiller Esports team.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I look forward to hopefully speaking to you next round, and yeah, look forward to seeing you racing good round next round. Good stuff, Lucas. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Thanks. Yeah, Lucas. Yeah, and we're bringing driver of the day in.
Sure. Shall we have a chat next with... I'll have a chat with Giacomo Murgia next. Giacomo, congratulations. Some pretty solid points there for yourself today. First up, how did you find Thruxton? How did you find the racing at Thruxton? Because it was very entertaining for us. Was it entertaining for you?
Really, I don't know. But I was so slow, especially in the Thruxton 4 hours special event. I don't know how I can manage to stay with the guy who leading the championship. I mean, but it was one of my best races because all 3 races I have done in my sim racing career, especially the third one, starting P8, I think, and it was really fun, really stressful too. But I managed to get the second position.
Yeah, talk us through that final lap. You had Frenek ahead of you and Damien battling really hard. I mean, was there ever a moment where you thought, oh, I could maybe win this? Or are you just happy that you managed to beat Damien there?
First, the first corners, I thought, let's wait if they will fight and pick up some advantage. But when I saw Damien goes wide, went wide, I thought I could win. But it was risky because the last corner, last chicane it's not a wide entry, but is a tight entry to cut all the three corners. So it was it is easy to defend. I had a little bit of glue with the Damien, but nothing happens, I think. I was scared about to take the slowdown, but at least it's finished well, very well. I was happy. I am happy.
Absolutely, and so you should be. In terms of looking at the championship, of course, it's been a great start for Damien in the championship, pretty good start for Young-Soo Moon as well. How are you feeling about your chances? I think you'll be third in the championship after today, if we take into consideration the drop score. Do you think you've got a shot at the driver's title?
I hope, but I don't think so. But because of this is the first races with TCR. I never drove this car, and so I have to learn. But if it can happen, I will be happy. I don't think about championship. I'm thinking only to have fun. Yeah, I did a lot of mistakes during the championship. I apologize to the drivers who I kick out or destroy the race, but. As I said, I have not experience with this car. I have so much trouble to find the braking zone, how to brake this car because of ABS, but it's not like ABS of GT3. So many mistakes, but now I am understanding. I managed to avoid contacts and gaining good position and good points.
Well, yeah, good points definitely scored today. Congratulations on that. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I want to thank my team. First of all, Jung, my teammate, because he helps me a lot, and our sponsor like Cube Controls, Measure Garage, and all of you, because this is one of the best championship I have done until now.
Awesome.
Nice.
Well, thank you very much for the kind words, and best of luck for 2 weeks' time.
Thank you. Bye bye. See ya.
GG's.
We'll next have a chat with Young-Soo Moon, who of course managed to win both race 1 and race 2. Young-Soo, how did your races go today?
Hello. I'm happy to race 1 because for to win, but race 2 and race 3, I just little shame. This is one of my hard race of my life, but that's okay. This is part of race.
Definitely, yeah, it was a tricky one. Talk about race 2 starts, lap 1. What was your view of it? What was your perspective?
Sorry, one more.
The crash in race 2, lap 1.
Race 2, lap 1, yes.
How was that?
That's okay. This is part of race.
Yep. Nice.
Absolutely, yep. It was a disappointing one on that one. And then the overtakes. Race 3, lots of overtakes. Talk about that.
Yeah, this is one of my hard race of my life. This is so much tricky track.
Absolutely, yeah, it was a really tricky one for everyone, I think, out there. Is there anyone you want to say thank you to, Young-Soo?
Yes, everybody, my teammate, thank you, and sponsor, Cube Control, and everybody only remember the winner, but this race exists because of everybody who was there. I'm glad to be racing with all driver. Thank you so much, and have a good night.
Awesome. Thank you for having a chat with us, and see you back next time. Is there anyone else you want to have a chat with?
I want a quick talk with Tom. Just a quick talk. I know we're late. Hello, Tom. Quickly, I dragged you in. We're running out of time. So, only question I've got, Tom, is did you know you lost me a pizza in race 3? Because I picked you for the win, backed you so hard that I put a pizza on the line, which I'm now not getting. Talk me through it.
To be honest, I kind of backed myself for race 3 as well after the first few laps. Yeah, it was just like 2 mistakes at really inopportune moments that lost me a big gap to the guys behind. And like with Snetterton a couple of weeks ago, this is like the first time driving this track. And so I'm not used to the braking zones, especially in these cars, which are still quite new to me. So yeah, with the first pass, I think I just left the door open, and I was never, the places where I got overtaken were just me deviating from the racing line and other drivers going through.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean that shallow line into the last chicane, it was a learning lesson for me in Pesca All-Stars. Like, I really lost out there. It's a strange one, right? Intuitively, you feel like you should open up the corner, but yeah, that shallow line and straight line in the last chicane is definitely the line to go. You still enjoying it, the TCR racing? I know it's obviously it's tough when you're trying to learn and enjoy a car that you're enjoying, but you've also got to, at the same time, learn a track. It can be very difficult, but are you still enjoying it?
Yeah, I mean, like you say, learning a new track in a fairly new car, I feel like is one of the hardest things you can do on this game. But
yeah, 100%.
No, I'm enjoying it. The racing's been top notch. I really enjoyed the battles today. I think it was the 2 wide, 3 back in race 1 or race 2 was absolutely mental. That was yeah.
Yeah, it was good looking stuff. And obviously, good luck in the Nord 24, mate. In TCR, what TCR are you using?
The Elantra. It's the only one that I own.
We're using the Audi, but I imagine we'll be in the same split, so I look forward to seeing you out there.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you too.
Cool. Right, anyone you'd like to give a shout out, Tom?
Thanks for Rob for spotting me and just keeping me company throughout the race. He's a good TCR driver. He knows what he's doing. So yeah, shout out to him.
Awesome. All right, Tom. We will talk soon, no doubt. And yeah, again, good luck in the 24.
Cool. Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
We really ought to have a chat with Scott Malcolm as
well.
Go on then, let's go quick. He is an absolute legend.
He is.
Welcome, Scott. Talk us through this circuit. We were watching some of your quali laps, I think, earlier on, and it seemed like you maybe weren't quite getting sort of the lines right, I think, in a couple of places, just because the lines are so weird around here. I mean, how did you find... did you change your lines at all during the race meeting? Because certainly when I drove around here, it took a lot of getting used to.
It was not to do with the lines, it was to do with having the wrong setup on.
Aha, okay.
And I had the wrong setup on all week practicing, and I didn't realise it until I got it up for race 1. And I'm quickly messaging my teammate Kevin, says, share me your setup, just share me your setup. And 1 minute 30 left to go before the green flag goes. I'm still messaging us as well, tell it. So it was a Snetterton setup I was using for the first 2 races. So that explains it, I think.
Sure, yeah, very different. So a lot of high-speed corners around here, a lot of right-handers, whereas, yes, Snetterton's a lot slower speed. So, yeah, that does certainly make a lot of sense. Did you enjoy driving around here, though? Did you enjoy racing? Do you think this is a good track to go side-by-side round?
Yeah, it's a good fast track, these kind of tracks, I think they suit the fast guys, because they know how to drive these fast tracks, and I prefer the small, twisty ones, to these big, long, fast flowing tracks like this. But then again, it would help if you got the right setup on.
Absolutely.
Always.
Well, you got to make these mistakes to learn from them, I guess, Scott. And
yeah,
because you have been around for 15 years, so or 10 years at least in these touring car series. So, yes, you got to learn that one eventually. Looking ahead to next time out, it's going to be Alton Park. You a fan of that circuit?
Yeah, I like Alton Park. I've done loads of TCR races and that. But I'll probably just wait and jinx myself now for 2 weeks' time. Yeah, that's the ability, good close racing and that. It's a hard track to overtake, I think. It's really narrow in some places. I think there's only probably 1 or 2 places that you can attempt to make a pass. But apart from that, it's going to be very hard to get past people.
Yeah, 100% agree. Yeah, there's a few more braking zones, aren't there? But like you said, it's so narrow that it will be very, very tricky to get past. Well, I'm sure you'll find a way anyway, Scott, next time out. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Well, it's got to be the Lumen Motorsport guys. I think they'll probably, I think a few of them will probably be watching. I was going to say a shout out to Sergio, but I've not got a setup on, so I can't say thanks for the setup. And obviously Apex Racing for putting these leagues on, and you guys for taking time out to commentate and broadcast the races for everybody to see all our mistakes and all that. I think that's about that.
Thank you, Scott, for coming and for the kind words and giving us a chuckle as well.
That's tickled me, that really is.
We'll see you back in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, I'm away for a quick beer now.
Cheers, mate.
Right, cheers.
Malcolm there, a regular when it comes to our interviews.
I need to remember that. That's brilliant.
I
would like to thank my setup maker, but I didn't end up using it. So all that work that setup maker put in doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I didn't use it. Don't matter. Oh.
Well, that was a very fun round of the championship once again.
It was, and Young Sumo, I liked his attitude. It's part of racing. That's yeah. So if Buemi didn't get a meatball, I hope he realizes just to I know it's just keep you. If you didn't mean it, it's just racing, right? You feel bad.
You take the pen.
Yes, yeah. Every now and then
he would have got like a 30-second time penalty. It would have ruined his race.
Sure,
but he could have still finished.
Yeah. But no, I get it. We've all been there. We've all done. Yeah. I mean, Petit Le Mans, I've wiped out half the GT3s before on 40 minutes into a 10-hour race. I felt awful, but I just head down, carry on. I mean, I didn't care. No, I did. I felt dreadful. But yeah, great racing again. Loved it.
Well, of course, we don't have this series next week. We have a Porsche Cup instead, so make sure to tune in for that next Thursday. And of course, once again, a reminder to sign up to Apex Racing League Endurance Championship. Sign-ups are open for another month when it comes to that, but get your name down soon so that the slots don't run out anytime soon. And also, of course, check out apexracingacademy.com, apexracingac.com, for the new iRacing season. Links to them, as well as SDK Gaming and Apex Racing Sim, are in the description below. Also, check out the late Apex as well. We recorded an episode earlier today, and you can tune in to that, or you can tune in for next week's show live on our YouTube channel. And I've got plenty of other stuff as well coming up on the channel. Check out our social media as well on Apex Racing League and Apex Racing TV. But for now, from myself, Sam Fitzpatrick, from David Sampson, and from everyone here at the Apex Racing TV esports studio, we'll say goodbye, and we'll see you back for round 5 of the season in a couple of weeks' time. See you then.
Ciao.